Assalamualaikum and salam Kedah Sejahtera. I am Sarah Nazri, bringing to you Bulletin Kedah Sejahtera. The Sultan of Kedah, Al-Aminul Karim Sultan Salehuddin Ibni Almarhum Sultan Badlishah, has called on the federal government to fully restore Langkawi's duty-free island status in order to revitalize the tourism sector and the state's economy. His Majesty noted that although the duty-free status remains, several privileges previously enjoyed have been reduced, including the imposition of taxes on vehicles and other goods. The royal address was delivered during the opening ceremony of the Dewan Undangan Negeri DUN sitting at Wisma Darul Aman. According to His Majesty, limitations in supporting infrastructure, including access to the island and efficient jetty facilities, continue to pose challenges to the island's development. The Sultan also suggested that the federal government review diesel subsidies for ferry operators to improve service efficiency. His Majesty further emphasized that relations between the state and federal governments should be based on fair and complementary federalism, rather than being viewed separately. Kedah sacrificed in maintaining approximately 119,000 hectares of paddy fields and 160,000 hectares of water catchment areas in the Ulu Muda Forest Reserve should be recognized through financial incentives from the federal government. The Sultan stressed that such measures are crucial to ensuring national rice supply security, as Kedah remains the country's Jelapang Padi. His Majesty also supported the initiative of planting paddy 5 times within 2 years in designated granary areas and encouraged exploration of new initiatives to boost productivity. Relevant agencies such as MADA and MARDI were urged to intensify efforts in developing high-quality seeds and adopting modern machinery and technology. The Sultan also recommended strengthening estate-based paddy farming schemes to increase yields and ensure sustainable farmer incomes. His Majesty also expressed concern over current hot weather conditions which have caused dam water levels to reach critical levels. New land tax rates have yet to be enforced as the proposed revision has not received approval from the Majlis Tanah Negara, resulting in a loss of 120 million ringgit Malaysia in state revenue. Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Muhammad Sanusi Maknor stated that meeting minutes regarding the revision have not yet been released, preventing implementation. The revision aligns with Section 101 of the MTN, which allows reviews every 10 years. The process involved nearly 2 years of work, covering approximately 870,000 land titles. The implementation of the Greater Kedah Agenda, which is targeted as a long-term development plan, is being monitored in phases with progress reports issued every 3 months to ensure that the vision can be realized. The chairman of the Kedah Industry and Investment, Higher Education, Science, Technology and Innovation Committee, Professor Dr. Haim Hilman Abdullah, said that the comprehensive monitoring is carried out through the establishment of the Greater Kedah Project Management Office under Bahagian Perancang Ekonomi Negeri. According to him, the establishment of this dedicated entity enables every achievement and implementation of the agenda to be monitored systematically, while also ensuring that the performance of the involved agencies is continuously improved. He said this while responding to an oral question from the Bukit Selambau State Assemblyman, Ustaz Azizan Hamzah, regarding measures to ensure that the Greater Kedah planning can be achieved by 2050 during the Dewan Undangan Negeri DUN sitting. He added that the agenda is a long-term development plan involving 4 phases, with the first phase extending until 2050, which is 25 years from the date it was launched. He explained that the Greater Kedah Agenda is driven based on 6 main components, namely economic prosperity, infrastructure excellence, socio-cultural inclusivity, balance in human capital and talent, administrative competency, as well as environmental sustainability. The Visit Kedah TMK 2025 campaign has successfully achieved its target of 7 million tourists based on entry data at major tourist locations, border entry points, and movement records at airports. According to the chairman of the State Tourism Committee, Datuk Muhammad Saleh Saidin, The state government estimates that with the presence of 7 million tourists, Kedah's tourism sector has the potential to generate between 4.9 billion ringgit Malaysia to 7 billion ringgit Malaysia through tourist spending on accommodation, food, transportation, shopping, as well as tourism activities. He explained that the success of the TMK 2025 campaign is not measured through a single indicator, but rather encompasses several performance indicators of the tourism sector as a whole. A significant increase was also recorded at various major tourist destinations in the state, including museums, recreational centers, galleries, as well as eco-tourism locations, thus showing the growing interest of tourists towards Kedah as a preferred destination. He said this while answering an oral question from the Gua Chempedak State Assemblyman Abdul Ghaffar Saad at the Dewan Undangan Negeri Dun sitting. He added that this positive development is also supported by the increase in passenger and aircraft movements at Sultan Abdul Halim Airport, Alostar, as well as Langkawi International Airport, reflecting the growing influx of visitors throughout the campaign period. He explained that from an economic perspective, the large number of tourists has had spillover effects on various sectors, including hotel operators, homestays, small traders, local product entrepreneurs, as well as tourism industry players throughout the state. The federal government is urged to present a comprehensive plan, including policy restructuring and financial injections, to ensure that the national paddy sector remains sustainable and does not continue to rely on rice imports to meet the country's needs. The chairman of the Kedah Agriculture, Plantation and Transport Committee, Zawahir Abdul Ghani, said that Kedah, as the nation's Jelapang Padi, requires special attention as it plays an important role in ensuring food security. He said this during the winding up session at the Dewan Undangan Negeri Dun sitting. According to him, due to economic pressure, rising costs and lack of support, some farmers have begun leaving the sector. In this regard, the federal government is urged to review the entire paddy industry chain, including the paddy floor price, subsidies, diesel supply, as well as assistance to farmers. He added that access to subsidized diesel must also be resolved immediately, as many agricultural machines do not receive fleet card facilities, in addition to the shortage of registered petrol stations. The Kedah State Government emphasized its commitment to preserving racial unity and rejects any form of misuse of religious institutions for narrow political interests. The chairman of the Human Resources, Chinese, Indian and Siamese Community NGO Committee, Wang Chiazhen, said that places of worship must remain sacred spaces to build moral values and not be turned into platforms to incite hatred or divide society. He explained that the state government has allocated 10,000 ringgit Malaysia to support the Vaisakhi celebration in Kulim, as well as Punjabi language education programs organized voluntarily by the local community. He added that an allocation of 10,000 ringgit Malaysia was also channeled to support Siamese language classes in the areas of Padang Terap, Pendang and Sip. A total of 38 pertubuhan sukarela kebajikan received 5,000 ringgit Malaysia in annual grants, with a total amount of 190,000 ringgit Malaysia through the Majlis Kebajikan Negeri Kedah to assist in program implementation and administrative matters. The chairman of the Welfare, Women, Family and Committee, Datuk Halimatun Saadiah Saad, said that the initiative proves the continuous commitment of the state government in ensuring that the welfare of the people is always given attention. She explained that the assistance is hoped to empower the capability of organizations in implementing various programs that benefit society, as well as ensuring smooth organizational administration. She said this when officiating the 21st Annual General Meeting of the Kedah State Welfare Council at Dewan Sri Mentalun. In another development, she also informed that the state government will launch the Kedah State Women Policy as a guideline to empower the role of women in aspects of talent development, economy, leadership, and social well-being. Bulletin Kedah Sejahtera ends here. Follow the latest developments of the Kedah State Government on the digital platforms of Urus, Setia, Penerangan, Darul, Aman. I am Sarah Nazri. Assalamualaikum.